We looked at two different ways to put in a trend line between points to show us which way our data is going. If it's positive, it's going up. If it's negative, it's going down. But we want a more accurate way to do that. So what we do is we use our mathematical equation, and every single straight line will have a mathematical equation looking like that that's going to represent it. And it's got a lot of different parts, okay? Don't let it scare you off. We do understand what these parts are. What I want to do first of all is show you what my coordinates are. So this one is 20 across and 30 up. And this one here is 60 across and 50 up. Let's go with that, okay? So keep in mind, remember, this is my x coordinate, this is my y coordinate. X across, y up and down. And you can see that x and y actually play a bit of a part in here. So when we see an x and a y, what it means is it refers to the x or y coordinate of points on the line, okay? It might be referring to this, so it might mean that 20 would go in here and 30 would go in here for that point. If it was this point, we'd have x is 60 and we'd have y is 50. Okay, and that's going to be different depending on what point you use. Now this part here that's attached to the x, it's really important that we understand that another word for what we're looking for here is gradient. I don't know why M is gradient, you'll have to ask someone else, I'm sorry. But M stands for gradient. And if we're talking about gradient, we're talking about how steep something is. So you might be climbing from a very steep gradient from the oval up to the hall. You might be going down on a very shallow gradient when you go from the tuck shop down to the road. So we're talking here about steepness of the slope or the line. So I'm going to use lots of different words for that. So that's our M, but our very last one here is C. And I want you to notice that I've actually made sure I've circled the plus here because the sign that we use or the operation before that number is very, very important. This C refers to the y-intercept, and that is our y-axis, the one that runs up and down. So our y-intercept, if I intercepted somewhere in the hallway, I'd be kind of running into them. So it's where the line runs into the y-axis. Now, if something is running into the y-axis, its x value is 0 because this is always our 0 down here, right? So where x equals 0, and that's really important as well. Okay, and this symbol here comes with the C. So if it is a positive value, then it's going to be running into the y-axis in a positive value. So for example, this would be 10, 20. If it was a negative value, this line is going to be running into the y-axis down here in the negative region. Now the same thing happens with gradient. We can have positive or negative gradients. And it depends on which way the line is going. So if the line is sloping down in a negative way, in a negative trend, then we get a negative gradient. This one is going to be a positive gradient. And it might be a really steep line or it might be a really shallow line. And these ones are going to be bigger numbers and these ones are going to be smaller numbers. So you can see there's a lot of different parts to this linear equation here. But you'll use them so many times that you will get confident using them.